Welcome to the One Star Weakfoot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews, starring your host, One Star Weakfoot, and our review specialist, One Star Weakfoot. Good evening, and welcome to the One Star Weakfoot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weakfoot, and it makes me feel stupendous to see you back on the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, as you guys know, EA dropped two, you can count them on two fingers, two Team of the Season teams today. The first one is the Dutch League. I mean, you got the Promes, you got the Zayek upgraded to the 3-star Weakfoot, but today we're going to be talking about the Chinese League. And among two of the most popular Chinese League players are going to be the players we're going to be talking about today. The first card we're going to talk about today is going to be 91 rated Totssf Teixeira. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you already know at the beginning of every FIFA, I enjoy using Totssf Teixeira. I mean, he's just like a FIFA legend, a great cheap starter card. And we're about to see, is his Team of the Season now at that level where you could use him in the weekend league? He's 91 rated, all right? He's 5'9" with high medium work rates. He's right-footed with the 4-star combination. I played 5 games in rivals with him. I got 2 goals and 2 assists. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a favor, hit the like button down below. And if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home, as always, for watching the video. So, way to look at this card, man. I mean, what is there not to like? He has 98 pace, so he's gonna look like a bit of an Mbappe. He has the shooting of a god, 93 finishing, 96 attack positioning. Other standout stats here is passing and dribbling, of course, are very nice. And one thing that makes him really stand out is that he has some good physical stats. 84 strength, 99 stamina, and 95 jumping look to be superb. The next card we're gonna talk about here is 91 rated Johnathan. I believe he had an SBC earlier in the year that some hipster FIFA players really enjoy to use. He has the 5-star Weakfoot, of course. That's what makes him stand out. He's 6 foot tall. He has high-low work rates. He's right-footed and has 4-star skill moves. I played 5 games in rivals with him and I got 5 goals, so not a bad contribution there. When you look at his stats, I mean, he looks very similar to Totssf Teixeira, but when you look at his price, he's like half the price. So is he worth it? We're about to find out. He has the pace, like I said, the shooting, the 5-star Weakfoot once again is coming into effect in this category. He has decent passing, but his long passing looks kind of scary. His dribbling stats are okay, but his balance looks kind of scary. 82 balance at 6 foot is not what I want out of a Team of the Season attacker. His physical stats look insane though. 90 strength, 99 stamina, 93 jumping. He might be a target man striker in this game that people go to. So without further ado, I'm gonna take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weakfoot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. So as you guys know, you're getting 2 for the price of 1. 2 player reviews and 1 videos. You love to see it. First one's gonna be 91 rated Totssf Teixeira. Is he worth it? I would have to say at 400k, not quite. But once he hits 250 to 300k, I think that's a decent value. We're gonna break down the stats though, so you know exactly what to expect at home. So first we're gonna talk about his pace. He has 99 pace and he can run with the best of them. This guy is like a cheetah on Adderall. I mean, he runs with the best of them. His acceleration coming out of skill moves is insane. His sprint speed is top notch. Overall, I gotta give his pace a 10 out of 10. I mean, no complaints here. Next, we're gonna talk about shooting, and the first thing I'm gonna talk about is in regards to his shooting is gonna be his attack positioning. I mean, this guy's attack positioning was brilliant. Put that in conjunction with his pace, and you have somebody who's very difficult to mark. His finish, I would say, is very good, but not at that top end. He's not a prime moments Raul. He's not a Team of the Season Richarlison, Team of the Season Suarez. He's a level below that. I think a lot of that comes down to his shot power only being 87, so he doesn't quite have a bullet like those other players have. That being said though, I think his near post finishes are still very good, and he's technically a reliable finisher. Overall, this guy's shooting is an 8.75 out of 10. Next, we're gonna talk about his passing, and his passing was decent. I would have to say he really surprised me with his playmaking ability, and I think that really comes from his 91 vision, his 91 short passing, his 85 curve. I mean, the short pass does tend to encompass a lot of the kinds of passes most people make in their offense, so I think his short passing makes him a very viable option as a playmaking striker. His long passing is also pretty solid. 81 long passing is nothing to scoff at, and overall, this guy's passing is an 8.5 out of 10. Should he play cam? Not quite. Can he play wide cam or striker? I would say absolutely. Next, we're gonna talk about his dribbling, and this might be the make it or break it stat. Is he gonna feel smooth? Is he gonna have the sticky? And I would have to say this guy felt very smooth on the ball. He didn't feel like Neymar and Mbappe. Don't get too excited, but he did feel a small step below them. He is very responsive, very reactive on the ball. He glides even in delayed gameplay, which is big because I played a lot of these games in delayed gameplay. He also has 95 composure, which is very nice. Overall, this guy's dribbling is a 9 out of 10. Finally, we will be talking about the physical. He has 84 strength, which is nice, but only 60 aggression. In game, I would say he felt more like he had strength in the 70s. I think that's down to his lowish aggression, as well as the fact that his body type is not that stocky. He has 99 stamina, which is amazing, and his jumping comes into play with his 95 jumping. Overall, this guy's physical is an 8 out of 10. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think this card is a very, very nice, very enjoyable card, a very fun card to use. Overall, I have to give him a 9 out of 10. I think he's very solid, a great value type of player that can do a lot of things. I mean, he has the pace, the dribbling to play in many positions. He has the finish to play at striker, though, like I said, he's not quite at that top end level you would expect somebody of this price to be. His passing is decent and his physical is decent as well. He's somebody you could plug and play in multiple positions, and overall, I think he's definitely worth adding if he fits into your team. The next player we're going to talk about is going to be 91 rated Johnathan. Is he worth 280,000 coins? I would have to say not quite. I think he's too one-dimensional in my opinion to be worth that money. We're gonna break down stats so you know exactly what to expect down home. So first we're gonna talk about his pace. He has 92 pace, and in game he definitely feels quick enough to beat the defensive line. He definitely feels decent when running in a straight line, but when it comes to turning, he does let you down because he is a bit lanky, a bit long, not somebody who has an agile body type. He does have good acceleration coming out of the skill moves. Overall, I gotta give his pace an 8.5 out of 10. It feels more like it's in the high 80s rather than the low 90s. Next, we'll talk about shooting, and this is the one part of this card I really enjoyed. He has a 5-star weak foot, makes him very unpredictable when shooting, and he can bang it in with either foot. And what I noticed is that anytime I got this guy within a good position, he was always hitting the back of the net. Comparing his shot to Teixeira, I think he has a much better shot, and that comes down to the fact that he has the 5-star weak foot, as well as 8 more shot power. This guy has 95 shot power. His attack positioning was brilliant. Overall, I gotta give this guy shooting a 9.5 out of 10. He had a surprisingly clinical finish, and I do think he definitely has that top end finish. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and this part of the card I did not enjoy. All right, I feel like he was a very mediocre passer. I think a lot of that comes down to his 78 vision, his 68 long passing, as well as the fact that he's kind of tall and lanky with not the best balance. So sometimes I think he was throwing himself off balance with that lack of agility and balance. Sometimes it was just his stats letting him down. I mean, his passing stats are not that great. Overall, I gotta give his passing a 7 out of 10. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, and this part of the card I think really killed his value for me. All right, I played him in delayed gameplay, and what I really noticed, which worried me, is that he felt clunky, he felt hard to turn, and most importantly, he took really big long strides. So it's very hard to turn with him, to navigate, to get through tight spaces with him, and that's definitely going to limit his ability to be a top end attacker on this game. That being said though, when the gameplay was smooth, he felt decent. I mean, his L1 dribbling is nice, but he's somebody that's more so somebody you should set up rather than somebody who should take the ball and dribble into the box. Overall, this guy's dribbling is an 8 out of 10. I would say it's decent, but at this stage of the game, I wanted more. Finally, we will be talking about his physical, and this guy was a beast. I mean, 90 strength definitely felt like that in game. He's big, he's lanky, and he has 90 strength. He's very effective at shielding the ball. He has 99 stamina, which is key. I mean, he lasts the whole game. Overall, this guy's physical is a 9.5 out of 10. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think he's a card that should be going for 100 to 150k. I mean, I can't really justify 280,000 coins for a card that feels clunky in delayed gameplay, that can't really pass that well. He's kind of more or less a one-trick pony. I mean, he's very good at that one trick. He could finish very well on either foot, but that's about it. He doesn't really do anything else at an elite level. Overall, I gotta give him an 8.5 out of 10. He's a very fun card, but not the most meta card. Alright guys, so that's going to be the double review today. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next episode, but until then, later.